A patient of mine told her mother she was seeing a therapist. Terrific, sniffed the mother. He'll try to convince you that you hate me. No, Mom, replied my patient. I knew that going in. He's trying to convince me that I love you. That story comes as close as anything to capturing the complex feelings between adult children and their parents. Almost everyone I see in therapy has conflicts with a mother or a father, and these invariably affect their relationships with spouses, offspring, colleagues, and friends. Some are angry because they feel deprived of parental approval or love. Some are frustrated because their parents don't understand them and won't even try. Some resent their parents' attempts to control them, while others resent their indifference. And almost all of them feel guilty for not appreciating those who sacrifice so much to raise them. As time slips away, they become increasingly anxious. It's no wonder so many attempts to get what they need turn out to be self-defeating. Because of your parents' own upbringing, they are often incapable of giving you what you need emotionally. If you keep chasing after what they can't give, and if you make your sense of worth dependent on getting it, you will never feel worthwhile. Instead, your futile efforts will create animosity and resentment in you and frustration in your parents. Actually, unless you are the rare son or daughter who articulates your needs clearly, your parents probably don't even have a clue as to what you want from them. All they know is that you're displeased, and that bewilders and saddens them. In many cases, what you do not get from your parents is precisely what your parents never receive from their own. Because it is hard for them to give what they haven't received, they end up mimicking their own upbringing or perpetuating the deprivation in other ways. The key to breaking the family cycle is act as your parent's parent. In essence, becoming your own grandparent. Give to your parents what they never got. By tapping into their hidden yearning, you might just free them to give you what you need. The joys of parents are secret, and so are their griefs and fears. Francis Bacon. Carolyn, a 50-year-old client, had a meddlesome mother who always disapproved of her daughter's choices. She won't stop treating me like a child, Carolyn complained. I want to cut her off, but I just can't do it. Carolyn wanted what we all want from our parents, unconditional love and acceptance, but her desperate attempts to get it had the self-defeating effect of distancing her from her mother. I reminded Carolyn that her mother had been raised during the Depression by parents who were forced to work long hours. Like other neglected children, Carolyn's mother grew up feeling ignored. Hence, when she became a mother herself, she went overboard, becoming so involved in her daughter's life that she tried to control it. The sad thing about both of you, I told Carolyn, is that neither of you really had a mother. When she realized that she and her mother had both suffered in childhood, her mother from being neglected, she from being overly controlled, Carolyn was able to let go of some of her bitter feelings. Realizing that her mother's controlling nature was a misguided attempt to be close to her daughter allowed Carolyn to be more receptive. The less she pulled away, the less her mother pushed. Before long, her mother's critical comments ceased. Instead of yelling, the two women began to talk to, and eventually with, each other. Their 3 remaining years turned out to be sweeter than the previous 50. This insight works especially well for men who long to hear their fathers say the magic words, "I'm proud of you, son." Men who as kids did not have the admiration of their dads feel a gaping deprivation. Those who did have it long for sweet boyhood moments they can never recapture. That is why if you want to see a grown man cry, get him to talk about his father. One memorable patient, a rock star I'll call John, had driven himself to succeed, largely in an effort to win his dad's approval. But nothing, not the gold records, the money, nor the acclaim, could get his father to express his pride directly. I advised John to be his own grandparent, but he was too proud to act on the insight. Then his father had a stroke. John was called upon to help care for him. After a few days of nursing this once strong man, the son's heart began to soften. As he helped his father dress for his 76th birthday, John said, "Well, another year older, another year wiser." "Another year older anyway," sighed his father. John was stunned. His father had never uttered a self-deprecating word in his life. As he watched him struggle with his shoelaces, John recalled that the old man had been raised by siblings and had been more deprived of paternal affection than John himself. When his father finished tying his laces, John said, "Nice going, Dad. I'm proud of you." The father's eyes welled with tears. He whispered words that meant more to John than a room full of Grammy Awards. "I'm proud of you, too. You're a good son."